Okay, settle down. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, can we start? Okay, let's settle down, okay? Yes, settle down, settle down. या तो आप बोलोगे या तो मैं बोलूंगी, कौन बोलेगा? आप बोलना तो आप बोल लो. I'll stand here. Okay. Love you too, love you too, love you too. Okay. Okay, love you too, love you too, love you too. Okay. Oh. Love you too. So I guess it's been amazing clicks happening to each one of you sitting here. Since the time you walked in, I'm sure each and every one over here has been having some or the other clicks. How many of them are having clicks here from the time you have come here? And there are times when you can't even explain what is this click, but you know there is something that has got shifted, something that has got moved, which cannot be put in words, but you know something has shifted. Agreed? And I was trying to, when I was sitting there, and I was trying to recall the kind of energy this week-on has, trust me. I am seeing or feeling this energy after a long time in a week-on, in a physical week-on. I guess there have been physical week-ons in the past, but this energy that I'm feeling, this is after a very long time. And you guys are amazing. You guys are awesome with the kind of seeking mindset that you're sitting here. I could feel the energy here. So be here with that seeking mindset. The clicks are going to keep happening. And I could recall my week-on when I attended first. And there are so many clicks. There are so many takeaways I had. But when I sat there and just tried to recall what was it that happened to me, I could actually put it in the count, what really hit me. The first thing I remember when I came to week-on and I saw this whole crowd, I was feeling that when we come to week-on, the magic or the whole aura or whatever happens here, we only turn into a hardcore believer. Agreed? We become believers. And I realized that if I, as a believer, go and talk to as many people, the numbers that are sitting here, let's say 15,000 people in my life, as a believer, I go and keep showing plans to 15,000 people and not stop and keep talking to them, keep approaching them with my belief, sharing why do I believe in this business. I'm going to be super successful, right? And my belief was so strong, I knew I could do this. Maybe 15,000 people, I would not stop. Maybe not direct, I'm talking about for your team, you're going to keep talking, right? But at the same time, those people who rejected me, if they come and talk to 5 believers to tell them why they don't believe, listen to it properly, okay? If those non-believers who don't believe in this whole idea of fulfilling dreams, those non-believers who don't believe in this concept, who don't believe in this business, who don't believe in this company, those people, if they talk to 5 believers, what will happen to them? Can they stay a non-believer? They cannot stay a non-believer. They cannot talk to 15,000. They will get converted. But I will not get converted if I talk to 15,000 non-believers. For sure. You understand what I'm saying? मैं 15,000 लोगों के सामने खड़े होके बात कर सकती हूँ या एक आदमी से बात कर सकती हूँ. I can stand at 15,000 people and speak my belief. I can talk to 15,000 people one by one, pass my belief and non-stop because the belief was so much. I just thought those non-believers cannot stand more than 5 people. They will get converted for sure. This is powerful. You understand? So, what is happening between two people is what they believe in. So this week on, first thing I realized is I went back with this belief that I'm in the right place, I'm with the right people, I'm in the right industry, I'm in the right company, I'm in the right place in my life. So that was one thing. The second thing, which was the most important, that's why I kept it to talk about that. When I came here, while speakers spoke about, shared their journey and shared from their journey what helped them become successful, I picked up a lot of things. I picked up a lot of things from all the speakers. But something that was so powerful that I felt, I can ask you, on this sacred place, there's lots that is happening. People are coming and sharing their journey. People are sharing from their journey what will help you become successful. People are sharing their emotions. A lot is happening over here. And beyond that, what is the most prominent thing? What is the most prominent thing that you can see here? And I'm not going to ask you all because I can't go person to person asking. I want you to just think about what's the most prominent, like most obvious, prominent. It is so loud. It's like silently speaking and screaming, I would say, silently screaming on this stage. You know what that was from day one? Relationships. The relationships. And nobody needs to talk about it. It was so obvious. It was obvious and loud and screaming. What kind of relationships people had that I saw them. And that is why I knew that I'm in the right place. I just knew I'm in the right place. With these kind of relationships, there is no way one cannot become successful. That was my biggest takeaway from VCon, that I'm in the right place. And you know, Chief says this, I'm sure you must have heard. In one of the Wednesday videos or in the sessions, he's spoken about this. The size of your success, remember this, the size of your success is directly proportionate to the strength of your relationships. The size of your success is directly proportionate to the strength of your relationships. Now, while I'm sure you're sitting there and listening to this and saying, wow, what powerful. We've been there. If somebody says something which sounds like too good to our ears, you say, so powerful, man. This is like a dialogue, you know. There's a lot of depth in this. A lot of depth in this. And I'm still learning. I'm still trying to understand the depth. Like Datusri says that every thing that we understand has got 7 levels of understanding. Sometimes you just kind of superficially understood certain things. With time, we understand the deeper meanings. You know, there are very few things to learn in our life. Our life goes in just understanding those few things deeper, that's all. There's not too many things to learn. There are only few things. Our life goes in understanding those few things deeper. You understand? More deeper. That's all we do. So every time you listen to something, Don't try to note it down, remember it and say, okay, somebody else will talk something else. No, somebody else might come and talk the same thing a little more deeper. That's why we say keep coming for week on. Keep showing up in front of your uplines, because they might just say something, you'll understand the same thing a little more deeper. Am I making sense? So, this relationship thing that Chief spoke about, a lot of times we don't understand what does this mean. And the reason why we don't understand is because when we say relationships, we all have been conditioned in a certain way by our societies, by our families, by our teachers, and more so like for most of the people coming from a country where we get a lot of influence coming from movies. So we understand relationships from these sources around. What relationships mean. And because we are conditioned to understand relationships in that way, we walk into this business and we expect the same thing. We behave the same way. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about this, my understanding that I have got in my last 13 years in this business. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Just before this session, I learned a little bit more. And what Chief is trying to say. The strength of your relationships. Just before. You know, what does this mean? Like, this is like trying to understand. This is a new dictionary I'm following in my life since last 13 years and trying to find the meanings of everything that successful people mean. So when we say relationships, our understanding has come from, like I said, from the conditioning, from the influence that we have got from our exposure to our families, societies, movies and stuff. Agreed? In those understandings, in that understanding or that exposure that we've got, you know what our understanding has been, at least my understanding, has been, I'm so blessed to have the world's best parents. I'm sure everybody feels that. Best parents who have taught me or put the right values when it comes to relationships. But besides my parents, there were other exposures that I had, the society, school, movies, where I also didn't understand relationships. So my understanding, and I'm sure you will be able to relate to this, understanding and the understanding of the successful people. You know what is the difference? The difference is, we get into a relationship, we are in a relationship, we maintain a relationship to get something. To get something. And the successful people are in a relationship to give something. Are you getting me? This is, and trust me, you just clap, you might feel, wow, these are not words. This is true. This is so true. This is what I found out. That this is how the successful people work in their life. They live their life. They're there to give, not to get. Unfortunately, we have been conditioned to only get. What do I get out of this? What is there in for me in this? If I get something, good. If I'm not getting, it's a useless relationship. Why should I be in this relationship? Unfortunately, this mindset has messed up relationship between siblings. Do you realize this? You know, when we are kids, we have witnessed each other, siblings, brother, sister, we have witnessed each other crawling, trying to walk first time. Those kind of relationships, when we are not getting much out of it, people have gone away. Brothers, sisters are not close, they're not connected. I'm not talking about the WhatsApp group, okay? Everybody has a family group here. I'm talking about here. They're not connected. Because what do I get out of this? I don't get anything out of this. Yeah, he's my brother, but what do I get out of it? Because I don't get anything, yeah, I have a brother. I mean, if it can happen between brothers, sisters, if it can happen between couples, what do I get out of this? Being in this relationship of marriage, what do I get out of this? Being in this, whatever relationship, friends. We are friends because I like to enjoy. You know, people say, I don't get along well with my appliance. I get along very well with my friends because you want to get something out of it. Getting along is what you want to get out of the relationship. You're not thinking of giving, you're only thinking of getting. You understand? And we have, this is called as transactional. We have become transactional. We become transactional. And imagine if you are going to be in any transactional relationship as an energy, do you think it's a beautiful energy? You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Is it a beautiful energy? Do you look at it like, oh, such a beautiful thing. You know, let's have this expression. You know, I have too much of expressions happening on my face. You guys look like, so let's have some expressions happening. So give me some expression for beautiful. Give me some nice expression. No. So give me some nice expression. Give me some expression for beautiful. How will you say? Okay. So give me some expression. Give me some expression for some amazing fragrance. So you have this material, you know, silk, satin, or some very beautiful material. When you touch it, beautiful. Like it's just like. You have these amazing dishes that you eat, no? Very tasty. You have these expressions, right? So you use those expressions, okay? I'm just training you on that. So, if you are going to carry this, what do I get out of it? मेरे को क्या मिलेगा यार? What will I get out of it? And I'm being in a relationship. What kind of energy is it? Any of these energies that I showed? कोई भी एनर्जी दिख रही है इसमें? Any energy of this sort? No. It doesn't have that. And success is a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful energy. It's like, it's beautiful. So for that kind of energy, if we are going to build anything, build our family, build our business, build anything with that what will I get kind of energy, it's never going to be a success. It's just going to be some money maybe, a lot of money maybe. And we are not here only because we will get a lot of money. We are here because we want to change our entire life. Entire life. We want to change our life. The way we think, the way this whole processing has to change. Are we together? Do you all agree or not? Are you with me on this so far? So first thing is, I realized when I came to VCon, you know, successful people just believe in giving. Now the question is, what do I give? How much do I give? When do I give? You know what the answer is? What do I give? Whatever you have. So let's start with whatever you have. Whatever you have, huh? Whatever you have, give. So there is a very famous Indian Hindi movie, very old movie. I'm going to translate it, don't worry. So in that movie there is a dialogue. So there is a hero, there is a heroine, and the hero sends flowers to the heroine, okay? And the heroine sends back cactus. And you know what? She writes a note on it. She writes a note. She says, जो आपके पास था वो आपने भेजा, जो मेरे पास था वो मैंने भेजा. आपके पास फूल है, you have whatever you have flowers in your life, you send flowers. I have only got thorns in my life, so I've sent you this cactus. Beautiful, right? Nice way. But the point I'm making is, whatever we have, we're gonna give. Now think about it. When you want to give, how does it matter? How much does a person want? How much can you give? Give everything that you have. Give everything. If you have flowers, if you have only flowers to give, and you've got abundance of flowers to give. If the person says, I don't like these flowers that you're sending me, even if you wish, you cannot send thorns because you don't have thorns. You understand what I'm saying? So you will not send thorns because you don't have. You will only send flowers. So give whatever you have. Give. So let's start with small things that I have understood and learned through this business. From my uplines, from all the successful V partners, Datusri, Japadas, I've learned. Give respect in relationships. Very, very important. Now again, understanding the depth of what this respect word also can take a whole day to explain and whole life to understand. Okay? But respect. So give respect. What do you mean by respect? Respect is, I mean, you can go check on the dictionary, go Google, they can be more detailed explanation in their own ways, but I'll tell you what my understanding of respect is. People can be in whatever position, people can be in any situation, people can be in different circumstances, people have come through different conditioning, people have gone through different upbringing, they come from somewhere, they're coming from somewhere. If they do something that you haven't seen before, you haven't experienced before, it is not very pleasant for you, it's okay, it's not pleasant for you, but do not disrespect the person for that. It's fine, they are like that. They are different. But we start disrespecting, making fun of people. You know, in the team sometimes we have people who probably might not be as educated as we are. It is not their fault. They were not that privileged as much as we were. If we were privileged that we could actually go for a higher education or school and get educated, be grateful. If educated people are going to disrespect, why would a person ever want to be educated? Why would a person want to get educated? If this is what I'm displaying as an educated person, I'm an educated person, I have got this kind of whatever credentials attached to my experiences, and I disrespect people, what am I talking? What has my education done to me? We all are walking, talking advertisements or displays of we represent a lot of things. We represent educated people. We represent our country. We represent our communities. We represent our families. When we are walking, we are disrespecting people. What are we talking about? What has this whole thing that I've done in my life taught me? To disrespect. And with this disrespect, how do we build relationships? So I learned respect. Respect everybody that you see. I mean, I know, I have been there, I've heard few people complaining about few things during VCon, whether it was about water or stay or AC or anything. Complaining. And initially, a lot of people who have come for the first time didn't know what these in-service people were. They thought they were workers here. And few people just went and spoke to them and they shouted at them, why isn't there any water provided over here? And there's something very beautiful that I learned. That it is true, okay? I mean, I've learned it and I believe in this, and it is It's true that God comes to us in every form. The person sitting next to you, can you see the person sitting next to you? Form of God. Okay? So the person sitting behind you, form of God. Okay? Just because, and then you come here, there's in-service people there, and you speak to them, looking at them as people who are just there to, they are workers or laborers. And suddenly you find out, oh my God, they are leaders. I am going to get what? A picture with them, then I need to respect them. See, when you want to get something, then respect comes. It doesn't want respect, because you have it within you. That is what you carry. Are you with me?
Yes.
And that's the first thing, okay? That's the most important thing, respecting. Respecting. And I can go on with the list, but I would also want, because we are in a business where if you can understand from the business and start off using all the learnings across, it will be better. So let's stick to in the business, what happens, okay? And this, if you can start working in the business with this way, it grows to outside business as well. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So in the business, so I'll need few people to explain this, okay? Don't jump, okay? The first 5 people from here, come. I'll just explain something to you. In the business, when we talk about relationships, I'll explain this to you, my understanding on relationship. Can you just stand here? Next to each other. Face me, stand next to each other. Flag रख के आ जाए, please. Thank you. आपके हाथ खाली होने चाहिए, phones अंदर रख दे, please. Keep your phones inside. Okay? Just go. Okay? I want you to hold each other's hand. If you're comfortable, you okay? You can hold. Okay. Spread a little bit. I'm going to explain to you, okay, like a demo. It will stay in your head probably what I'm trying to share with you. Now these are, let's call this is a relationship, okay? This is a relationship that you're building. This is a relationship. We're calling this holding hand as relationship. You can just spread a little bit, yeah. Now what happens is, in the business, we walk into the business and we say, you know what? I want to do the business, I want to fulfill all my dreams, and somebody else also said that even I want to fulfill my dreams and I want to build this business, blah, blah, blah. So you kind of hold each other's hand and say, okay, so we are going to build. We're going to build the relationship, okay? Now what happens is, his hand can be little masculine, big, okay? Her hand could be little delicate. Will they both have the same grip? Not necessarily. They both are bodies raised differently because of different gender, whatever. So they both are holding it. Now what happens is, she starts feeling uncomfortable in this relationship. Are you getting me? Are you with me? She starts feeling uncomfortable in this relationship with this person because this is uncomfortable. Are we together till here? Now, she starts feeling, what are we supposed to do if you start feeling uncomfortable? Bhai, ye kisi reason se diya. There is a reason why we have been given this voice. Not to gossip, not to, I'm not going to use other words, but not to gossip and say things about other people and negative. Not for that. It's to communicate, share, and let the other person. So she talks and she speaks. And she says, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. Okay, can you hold it a little? Instead of saying, you know what? This guy, I'll tell you what. Iske haath na bahut mote hai. His hands are very, very bad. You know what happens in the business? You know what I'm saying? In the business, you know what? He's very bossy. You know what? He's trying to control me. You know what? He's doing this. You know what? I don't like his style of doing. I don't like that. And then what happens? Okay? He didn't do anything. He's just himself. She starts doing this. No, hold it. She makes it tough for him. She makes it tough. She makes it tough. Now he's saying, what is wrong with her? Like, why is relationship becoming so tough? And then she starts talking. Then he also starts like trying to hold. And she starts saying, he's controlling me. He's trying to control me. He doesn't want me to do. Oh, see what all is happening. Have you seen those? I've only seen it in movies. I'm not a doctor. In the movies, when the heart beats, how does it go? So when the heart beats, when you breathe inside, breath ऊपर जाता है, सांस नीचे आती है. When the breath comes down, it comes down. Agreed? So look at it like this only. Okay? Now I'll show you why I said this. I know why I said this. Okay? This is where your heart is. You feel from here. You speak from here. You understand this whole thing over here. Don't use your brain for anything else. Use your brain to understand these things, not to mess up things. Are you guys with me? So this you need, this intelligence you need to understand. For this relationship, I need to feel over here and I need to speak from here. That's all. This I should not use to mess up and conclude. You know what? She's like this, he's like that. Then I'll tell you another thing. This guy started the business, relationship. The camera is up on the hand, okay? This is the relationship. This guy started off, he had somebody who said something negative. Family didn't support. Something is happening, and he Googled and he found something. I don't understand this Google thing. Google has been saying for a very long time, sugar is harmful for you. Why are you guys having sugar? Matlab, you are ready to murder yourself, like, murder, khao, shakkar or eat sugar and die. You are ready to do that. But a business where a lot of people are giving you testimonies to tell you that, you know what, this is great. So एक Google में किसी ने एक ने कुछ लिखा हुआ है. And you say no. I don't understand Google, but anyways, the Google attacks. Google I understand. So let's say he had that attack suddenly. Okay, having sugar for a very long time, but this he doesn't know. Okay, so he had this attack. Now what he does? Move behind. So he starts moving up behind. Now this. So now this relationship. Understand? Okay, I'm trying to explain this. She's holding. Let's say she's an upline. She's holding. She's getting angry. छोड़ क्यों रहा है? मेरा business नहीं चलेगा. Why are you leaving my hand? My business will not work. Why are you? And you're dragging. You know what? This hand is going and dragging him, not giving him comfort. Can you all hold each other's hand? Just hold it. Okay? And just help and give that feeling to each other about what is comfort. Just comfort कैसे दिखाते हैं? Just give it to each other. Comfort कैसे दिखाते हैं? Like I'm there. And dragging, right? There's a difference, right? In the hand. Relationship also works like that. So he starts feeling, why is she pushing me? Why is she doing it? He's not getting a comfort in this relationship. He's not getting a comfort. He's not feeling that she's trying to help, be there, understand what is going on in his mind. She's more bothered about dragging him because my business will not work. You know why? Because we are conditioned to only get, not give. Are we together? And because of that, he wants to move out more. I'll give you different situations. These two, okay? Let's say upline, downline. They have worked together, built together, seen situations. The first stages have gone. Google attacks happened, team happened, all that happened, but they somehow gave comfort, somehow gave all that thing and kept their relationship, did all that, everything happened. Suddenly, Suddenly she gets married. Okay, I'm just using a girl because it's comfortable hugging.
Ten.
Nothing else. I'm not promoting anything here. Just the same. So she gets married. Now, these both have built relationship, seen together. No money, yes money, came to weekend. 4 ringgit per day. एक roti खाएंगे. Okay, 4 ringgit, 1 roti, let's share. How many of them done this in this weekend? And ask for that extra dal, So all that. Now she gets married. She has her husband. Husband is shorter. Okay. So she gets married. Now she is trying to tell her about this relationship. She is going to talk about this relationship. And this dumbo is listening to her and trying to judge this relationship. Judge this relationship. Relationships are built on trust. And you know how trust is built? Trust is built by knowing each other. You got to know each other. You speak to each other, try to understand, know each other. It starts with that, there's lots more, but it starts by knowing each other. When you communicate, and I told you, they both went through a lot together. That's why they know each other. The trust got built, a certain level of trust. Somebody comes from outside and shakes this. And you think you're going to build with this kind of mindset. You know why? What will I get? Because this husband has come and said, you know what? Your upline is not giving you too much of edification, I feel. So this starts from there. Okay. It starts from there.
Time over.
I'll give you a few more examples. I have very short time. Okay, you can leave it. And this is what is happening in the business. Relationships, how these small things, because of these kind of things, this relationship, this. I told you, that heart, saans upar jati when they breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, this is heart. This is where you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. This is how it goes. And the relationship's heart starts beating. You have your own heart, but the relationship's heart starts beating. It has got life, guys. Relationships have life. You understand? Relationships have life. Relationships' heart start beating. And let it beat. Let it be born today if you haven't started that life in your relationship. Let the heartbeat start off. I don't know, should I call it heartbeat or should I call it relationship beat start off? The relationship, thak, thak. Let it start building. Are you with me? And in this relationship, okay, when we were kids, when we used to go out playing, how many of them walked to the ground and how many of them went like this? How many of them went like this?
Yeah, all.
Even from your door till the ground or the garden or whatever, the play area, you didn't walk because you wanted to have fun. You wanted to have fun and you went. You all went that, no? This relationship with the right respect, love in your heart, communicate with each other, use your head to understand this thing, and when you grow, how do you grow? How do you walk towards success? Have fun! Have fun! If you don't have fun, it's going to be boring. It's going to be boring. And I'm telling you, and listen to this, I'm just going to close with this. There will be few people who might just stop. There will be few people. You'll try to give them comfort. You'll try to do everything, but there are still people holding. There is no choice, but you have to still keep going like this. Keep going. But what happens is she starts thinking, if she starts thinking these people, what is their fault? You have to keep moving. So there will be few people who will keep moving with you. There will be few people who will not stay with you. They will leave here. There are few people, come here. There will be few people who leave here. There will be few people who leave after some time. You know? And there will be few people who reach to success. And listen, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, listen. And you know what? After you become successful, and you look back and you said, bro, come. Try bro, come. Bhai, aaja bhai, try. That's what after you become successful. But only and only if you build this. Thank you so much for this, Kalbuda. Only and only if you build it with love, respect, with each other. And I want to tell you something, guys. Listen. Whatever vintage you carry, I don't know how long you've been in the business, 1 week, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, a decade. Today could be that day. Today could be that day where you will allow the heartbeat of the relationship get started off. Our uplines, our downlines, it is only in the system. But over here, we are friends. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's doing it intentionally. Everybody's figuring out. Everybody's trying to understand this dictionary of success. We don't understand. We're trying to understand. We're growing. We're changing with time. So if you want to build massive, this moment, take that decision. If you have your uplines, downlines, anybody around you, you got to ensure that you tell them, you know what, I'm going to start this. I'm going to allow this heartbeat to get started off. I'm going to put some life in my relationship. I'm going to put some life in this relationship. And when you do that, trust me, this whole journey is going to become so colorful. The relationship becomes so colorful. It has got black color also sometimes. It can have a black color, it's okay. But then you will have reds, you will have greens, you will have pinks, you will have whites, you will have all the colors. Don't judge, respect, give a lot of love because that is what you're carrying. And only if you build your relationship with that thought, you can build